We've delivered 300 million square feet already. Last year, we've done a turnover of excess of 30,000 crores. We're selling an average of 2 to 3 apartments every hour.
Today we are joined by Rezwan Razack and Faiz Rizwan, the father-son duo behind one of India's largest real estate companies, Prestige Group.
I just wanted to be an entrepreneur. I wanted to have my own legacy.
He was given the biggest development that Prestige ever did, and that was Golfshire.
Because I was building something that can never be done again.
What was that moment of realization that, oh, my dad built something incredible?
He was thrown into the deep sea, said swim.
I thought of building a radio station, hosting a India-Pakistan cricket match.
I told him, get lost, man. Making a loss is like losing. We are not losers.
What's the hardest part of being his son?
My father never found time for us. Same way I didn't find time for him. My upbringing was not like what they came with. It was a struggle for everything.
Maybe we still have time left.
In today's episode, we explore the question every family business eventually faces. When the first generation has already built an empire, how does the next generation carry the legacy forward and build something bigger? Let's find out. Rizwan sir, Faiz, thank you so much for doing this. I'm really excited to have both of you together.
I think we've done it for the first time. And it's been my honor to do this with Faiz.
Prestige was born out of a clothing store back in 1956. What is that one core DNA that stayed from, that business?
Only thing that stayed and it's still there and it will be passed on to Faiz and he'll pass on to his children is honesty and integrity. What you say is what you mean. Like my dad would say, he used to sell cloth. If you're selling a meter, don't give 99 centimeters, give 101. Never shortchange anyone.
100%. It's all about building trust.
Correct.
See, at the end of the day, why does a customer come back to buy a Prestige product? The reason a customer comes back to us is because we're constantly delivering. We deliver. We've probably delivered close to 300 million square feet already. And last year we've done a turnover of excess of 30,000 crores. And we're selling an average of 2 to 3 apartments every hour.
Wow.
And we're handing over per year close to 10,000 plus apartments. So that's something that we have to live up to and continue to do. And that's what keeps us going.
So Rizwan sir, you found the note in your grandfather's safe. And since then, it's been 50 years where you have been, collecting paper notes, Indian paper notes, and you've even built a museum, which we, had a chance to, watch. I mean, it's incredible what you've done. On the other hand, you have also built Prestige into the company that is valued more than 60,000 crores today. Do you think these are two different parts of you, or they are like complementary to each other?
It is complementary because in the work that you do, you need a commercial break. You need to get diverted from what you're doing. So I found solace and peace in this, and it gives me great joy.
Yeah.
And beyond my work hours, instead of doing nothing, it gives me joy in searching, researching, finding out, and trying to piece together information that which is not there.
And you've written 3 books now. The third one is...
These are 2, and there's a third one as well. So 3 books are there, and many more are to come. And just to keep on record, only on Sunday I came to know that this latest book which I wrote, Paper Money of the Princely State of Hyderabad, won the first prize.
Oh, wow.
And it was awarded by the International Banknote Society. And it's an international organization and it's very big. Because normally, unless it's something spectacular, it's not considered. So, I'm very excited to.
Many congratulations.
Yeah.
So Faiz, when we grow up as children, we don't make sense of what our parents do, for a long time. So what was that moment of realization that, oh, my dad built something incredible?
For me, it was more about, the life that I had and the comfort that I had and what was given to me. And for me, it was always like a responsibility for me to give back. And that was that flashlight moment where I realized that, it's something that I've only been taking and I have to give back.
But what was it like, growing up in the house where your dad was, building, this company, and he said in a lot of his interviews he would start pretty early in the morning and go back home pretty late at night.
Yeah, it was, I was definitely the eldest son in the family. I was like the blue-eyed boy in the family. So I got to spend a lot of time with my uncles and aunts and everything. So I was kind of, I think, very distracted, and also was a kind of a spoiled brat. So I don't think that it bothered me or I felt anything of a vacuum.
So you've said that you were notorious when you were growing up and you have broken so many of your bones. You were so notorious that your mother would send to your dad's shop so that you would go and, learn from your father. How was Faiz growing up? Did his mother send, him to you?
No, Faiz was actually opposite of me. He was a gentle giant, quite a nice soul, and always well behaved and most importantly, well mannered. And also he gave a lot of respect to his elders. And he still, I think, amongst the family, he said he's the blue-eyed boy of the family. But it's more than that because he's the most lovable kid. Everyone looks up to him.
What is the one thing that you took from your dad's parenting that you're applying to your kids today?
I think the one thing I can take back is a word called patience. And that's what makes me a better parent. I tend to have conversations with my kids who are 8 and 5, Aiden and Aaron. And I converse with them like they're adults.
Yeah.
And strangely, it's having a conversation with them is much easier than telling them what to do. And now they're at that age where they're negotiating with me. Yeah, so that's patience that both mom and dad had that now I have with my children.
So Faiz, you spent time in London. You have seen people, build different things, do amazing, stuff, or things maybe, that you saw were being done differently out there in the world. When you came back, were there any ideas that you, came back with that, that were met with any resistance?
Well, I always wanted to be an entrepreneur.
Okay.
And I wanted to have my own legacy and my own business, build my own name. Yeah. And, I thought of building a radio station. I thought of, hosting a India-Pakistan cricket match. So I had these really wild ideas.
Yeah.
And, but to do something like that, it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of perseverance. And I came back and I actually didn't get into the business as soon as I got back.
Yeah.
I took a year off. I played golf.
Okay.
I took it easy because I knew the rest of my life, once I get started, I'm going to be stuck.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened.
Were you ever concerned that he might not come back from London or he might not reach
that
business?
wasn't the concern.
Yeah.
The concern was he's going to come back. But whether he'll come back and join the family, that was a concern.
Okay.
Only that, like he said, he came back and he was doing nothing for 1 year.
Yeah.
So it's a worry because, that's his future.
So how did you take that period? I want to talk about
Nothing. You just have to grin and bear it and accept it. Maybe if you were getting hassled about it, maybe you wouldn't have want to come anyway close to us because children today don't like...
No, but that's what he did. So the one he was playing golf, he said, here, build one Golfshire for me. That's how I got into the business.
Okay. Did you ever walk up to him with your idea of starting a radio channel or hosting that? I'm still stuck there.
I told him, just get lost, man. That doesn't work. It's not for you or me. Because, you see, somehow, when we were growing up, only thing that is there, something that you do has to make a profit. You can't take a chance in life. For us, making a loss is like losing. And we're not losers. And I can't lose. He also wanted to start a nightclub.
How old were you?
I was in my early 20s.
Early 20s, yeah.
Yeah.
You have said that, you wish you got to spend more time with your dad because he was also a very hardworking man doing, a lot of work in his business that he was building. Did you try to bring any change in your parenting to your kids?
That is so true because he never found time for us. Same way I didn't find time for him. However, in the same breath, I find all the time and more than that for his kids. His kids are like the apple of the eye, and I would do anything for them and anything to spend time with them. So that's the difference. So I think whatever I didn't do with him, I'm making up with his kids. So my whole life now, from the time they're born, only revolves around them.
How do you see, your dad's relationship with your kids vis-a-vis with you? What are the key difference?
Well, Dad was very busy with work, and so am I. I see that Dad has a different fond and affection for them than he did with me. But one thing with Dad, whether we spoke or not, or spent time or not together, that he always said that I'm like your buddy. No matter what you do, no matter what trouble you get into, I'm always there for you and I'm always on your side. And I want to have that with my children too.
Was he a tough dad by any means?
He was living a tough life.
Do you think you were a tough father?
Not really, but what happened is that, my upbringing and the upbringing that we came up from was not like what they came with. It was a struggle for everything. I was in school, or maybe started going to college. It was 5 rupees a week that you used to get. Can't call it pocket money, but that was the money that was given and that you had to wait from 2 till 3 sitting there. He knows that I want that 5 rupees, but I don't get it. It's only that 5 rupees was to go to watch a movie with friends and have a dosa somewhere. And that was per week. So you had to do things beyond receiving that 5 rupees to make sure that, other things are cared for. So that was the life that we came. So we had a life of values. Value the money, value what you have, value your children, value your parents, value your home. I'm not one of those that are the types that show off. I was happy being on a scooter. Then, my first car was I had a Lambretta.
Quick pause before we continue. If you're finding this conversation valuable, we have something else that you will find useful. Personal Finance Club is our WhatsApp community where we share no filter personal finance advice, which are simple and practical without any noise. You can find the link in description to join the club. Now let's get back to the conversation. When he came for business lesson to you, or did he ever come to you?
No, he didn't, because what happened is, I told you that he was thrown into the deep sea and told him, and he said, swim, sink or swim, and he swam.
Okay.
And he swam, and then he was given the biggest development that Prestige ever did. And we moved out and said, this is yours and you handle it, and that was Golfshire.
For me, it was all about showing up every day, get into my office clothes and come to office. There was never a day that I would wear my shorts and t-shirt on a working day and sit at home. So for me, I had that responsibility and I would always come to work. I'd always spend time in the office. And when I started on the ground up. I sat on the floor with all my staff, not in a cubicle, not in an office. I sat on the floor, on the desks with the entire team. So I learned how they operate, what was working, what was not working, and I gradually moved myself up. And over the years, I think I have absorbed and learnt a lot, all thanks to them.
You've been for more than 20 years now?
Yeah, I think roughly around 2003, 2004.
Yeah, that's 24 years now.
Yeah.
That's 2 decades.
Yes.
That's a substantial amount of experience. And also nowadays what happens is, people rather talk to a youngster than a elderly person, because they said, Khadus aadmi hai, better to go to the son, we can manage. Why go to that guy and get told off because because you say things that, which he won't say. A lot of these suppliers as well prefer to talk to him than talk to me. And with me, they just want to have a coffee. All the business is done that side.
But although I'm the harder negotiator.
Okay.
They think they're getting a better deal with me.
Correct.
But actually,
don't
it's the other way around.
You're going to be online. But that's something that he learned. That can't be taught. It has to be that you have to have that interest And that's what, initially when he said, Dad, why you want, let that fellow, no, give him, let him go, poor chap. Now he's learned that no, all that is only something that they're only trying to milk you. So it's better that you be firm and get the best.
It's also about being fair.
Correct.
Both should be a winner.
Correct.
At the end of the day, it should be a golden handshake.
Correct. It should be a win-win for both sides. I always say, and he's learned that from me, that the guy sitting opposite you also should be a winner. It's not you to be a winner.
Also, I think a very important lesson for me that I learned was about building relationships and maintaining them. So I have a few basic principles that I work with, especially if you come sit across the table with me. I will assure you that I will continue to give you business if you continue to deliver on time and quality. From door hardware to generators to so many
Lifts,
tiles, so many products.
many products.
That we don't have. We don't go around shopping. We rather retain a known devil,
Existing partner.
a known devil than an unknown angel.
Inherited is about what gets passed down and what doesn't. So we asked both of them separately the same questions and let's see how they responded. What's the one word with which the world describes your father that you don't agree with?
So everybody feels like my father is a very strict guy and he's very temperamental. But on the contrary, he's actually like a teddy bear. And he has no grudges or hard feelings towards anybody. It's more very work related. It's more professional than an emotion. So he carries that character to the office.
What's the one thing that he's never told you that you wish he had?
I guess that, we probably don't spend enough time talking. So that's something that's probably that we missed out over the years because it's been so professional, between us, that maybe we still have time left.
So what's the hardest part of being his son?
The hardest part of being his son is a legacy that he built, and which he built with his two brothers, Irfan and Oman. And living up to that is, I think, the hardest part for any of us in the next generation.
If there's one thing that you wanted to tell him that you've never told him, what would you tell him?
Yeah, I would tell him the same thing. I would say that I want to spend more time with you, talk to you more.
What's the proudest you have ever seen him?
No, the proudest is whatever that he's achieved. He's done it on his own. And one thing is that, when he, 20 years ago or 21 years ago, when he finished his education and came, the parents had already achieved so much. And I thought, what is there for him to do? So we decided to say, okay, we'll give you something, what you like. He said, I want to be part of a golf course. So we said, okay, Golfshire is yours. And we didn't interfere. So whatever he did it on his own.
So what's the one word that people describe him with that you don't agree with?
What people say is that, he's a carbon copy of me.
You don't agree with that?
No, I agree. Yeah, I agree. There's
agree?
nothing that I don't agree with.
So whatever people say about him,
What
you
about
agree?
him and me is absolutely correct.
Okay.
And he's only thing maybe, yes, that he's more lovable to others than me. Because I'm more private than he is.
Okay. So what's something that he's never told you but you wish that he had?
Maybe, what he did was he bought a new car. And he didn't tell me about it. I came to know after it came home. He went to my brother and got the permission from him. I thought it would have been nicer that I was asked. But then I think that's how life is. Maybe he would have come to me, I would have said, don't want.
What's the hardest part of being his father?
The hardest part of being his father is that he's too good. It's just fantastic.
Okay.
And the same is with my daughter as well, Sana. Because I have only two kids and both are equal. And both are smart and both are very, very, very talented children.
Yeah. So the Prestige is in good hands.
It's in good hands. Finally, we have done what we have to do and then they have to take it forward. And I'm sure they will.
So I want to, hear from you, Faiz. we speak to a lot of family businesses, and the second generation's problem usually is that I want to take a lot of responsibility, but the family or the the elder generation, they give it in steps. In your case, you were given the biggest project ever. What did that feel like for you?
For me, I took the bull by the horn, and I actually, so how I did it was I went online and I looked for architects and consultants globally, and how I assembled the project. I had my golf course architect from the UK, PGA Design Consulting. I had a architect from Singapore, Maps Design, Hawkbang. I had the interior designer for the hotel from the US, De Leonardo, and I had a lighting consultant from Australia. So I kind of assembled
The best team.
this, and I actually went online and I found these people, and that's how I built this team. And I found that was for me, getting all these people together from across the globe and working together, learning their experiences and learning from them is what actually gave me the confidence. So I was building something that can never be done again. But now things are different. We are building 4 more Golfshires.
Across India. So, but he's the guy in charge. So we are only clapping from behind.
Family businesses, when they're giving responsibility to the second generation, it always comes with like some sort of apprehension that I'm not sure what if they miss and whatever, right? So when you were handing over this project to him,
It's the other way around, boss. They are doing more. We are saying, hold on, slow down. It's not like the next generation is trying to do more than what they have already done.
Yeah.
The thing is, now they are already doing more than what they have done. So, if to put things in context, we've done 300 plus million square feet of completed projects.
Yeah.
In 6 years, we are building another 300 million.
Wow. Yeah.
To answer your question, what he says that, where we were scared to hand over the baton to him, because every entrepreneur or every person who has succeeded has the fear that, what your child doesn't know, that he has to learn. And that's the fear that everyone has.
Correct.
And only for that, you need to get out of that, I call it the time capsule, saying that, the children can do better than you. So once that acceptance happens, then there is no conflict at all.
And also, I think when you give that kind of responsibility, and Faiz, the way he answered, right? Like the way he took on that responsibility, saying that now that he's trusted me, and one of the things that
They have to perform. That comes within them.
because once somebody has entrusted with you,
And I was passionate about it.
correct.
So
It comes there. If we hadn't done that, maybe we would have been still playing golf and we would be doing the work.
Since you've spoken about passing the baton, I've heard you say in several interviews that your dream was to sit down under a coconut tree sipping pineapple juice. I want to hear from you, what is stopping you to do that now?
Oh, it's too much responsibility. There's so much work. Like he's saying, stop, take it easy, and we're saying, no, we have to keep going because we've set up such an establishment that you have to keep going.
Yeah.
Now, because we are keeping on going and there's so much work that is there, you can't sit at home.
Okay, Faiz, let me ask you the same thing. Do you really need him in the business?
one thing I've learned in life is never say no.
Okay.
So, and I see the future, and I see that the wheels are in motion.
Yeah.
So rather than opposing it, you join it. We're all interconnected, we're all intertwined, and we all work together in harmony.
Yeah.
And I don't think that jigsaw puzzle will fit unless we're together.
So you think that he is still...
Yes, of course. He may look like he's 70, but actually he's 17.
So, while we're having this serious conversation, I want to have a quick rapid fire where, I'm going to ask these questions to both of you. So, Faiz, for you, inheritance, do you think that's a gift or pressure in one word?
For me, it's both.
Real estate or currency notes, which makes the better legacy?
For me, it's currency notes. That's my pet. And that's what gives me extreme joy.
Who's tougher to negotiate with?
Me.
Who's bigger risk taker?
Him.
Obviously me.
Who'd survive better without family name?
Him. For sure.
Yeah. So Faiz, you said, you wanted to build your own identity, do the entrepreneurship, make your own name and stuff like that. So when you are under the umbrella of such a big, legacy that your dad built, did you ever struggle, finding your own identity while you were doing your project? But it's easier, for people to credit that, हाँ ठीक है ना, मतलब dad का था तो कर दिया, So have that kind of ever thing
So I actually didn't.
that bothered you? Sorry.
I actually was, I didn't have time to think about that because when I got into building Golfshire,
Yeah.
there were too many moving parts in building that project. And I remember that day, when we inaugurated it, I think something came up and now Faiz has finished Golfshire and now it's time for him to get married. And my response to that was,
Yeah.
I'm already married and Golfshire is my baby.
Yeah.
So, and Golfshire gave me that identity and it's all me that you see out there.
Yeah. Is there anything that, people would, that you maybe secretly wish that people would credit something for me than like to the group or family? Is there anything?
I like to be behind the scenes. I like to be an underdog. I like to be, pushing the right buttons and doing the right thing. And for me, that matters more than the limelight or having that pressure.
Actually, we are both underdogs. And if it wasn't for the currency,
You would also not be
I would have also been a very silent man, very silent under the covers. And there are a lot of people that don't see me as well. They haven't seen me. I'm not saying a lot of people, maybe even the people that are working
Yeah.
in this building haven't seen me.
20 years from now, when there is next generation or maybe the professional team, when they take over from Faiz, what is it that you want them to inherit?
No, the same principles and values that we have.
Trust.
And the trust and the thing should be something that is a legacy that should be continued.
Yeah.
And not get stuck.
I think that, they did it with the hard way.
Yeah.
And now today the times have changed.
Yeah.
And we have systems and processes and I think that in the future things would run on autopilot.
Yeah.
Where the systems would manage it,
Yeah.
whereas they didn't have that so much, which we have today, and that's something that we have to get right.
And how important is it for family-run businesses to make sure that the professional structures do come into picture, to the extension of that? How do you think about that?
Professional people have already come in.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you won't be able to do so much work. Until we don't have them,
Yeah.
it's not difficult. So, they also become partners of the company. They also start believing that they also belong here. We have one gentleman by the name of Anis Ahmad who joined Prestige with my father in the year 1956. And he, after 70 years, he retired this year. He worked with Prestige for 70 years.
Wow.
Single job and single whatever. So
70 years.
70 years.
So what makes, people stick?
It's
What are a
only
few
that,
things?
they are part of the family. And they also believe that this company belongs to them, not...
Yeah, I asked Rekha, the first question I asked Rekha is like, Rekha, how long have you been here? And she told me, guess, I said 10. She's like, I'll give you second chance. And, I said 15. And she's like, okay, last and final chance. I said 17. She says, I've been here 31 years. And I said, what made you stick? So she was like, there's always something happening here and I never had a dull moment in the last 31 years, and which speaks a lot about, what you have built over the years.
Thank you.
Is there anything that you want to share to the second generation or the one that is inheriting?
Yes, don't disagree, never say no, always agree. That's my advice. Make the next generation your partner and not your enemy. And only then you can survive.
No confrontation.
No confrontation.
Yeah, it's better to have work together as a family than to have a disagreement in a family. And that's what is, I think, our philosophy in Prestige, that we all work very well together without any conflict.
I can say one more thing.
Yes.
See, we are two brothers. What he has committed on, I honor. No question, right or wrong.
Yeah.
Same way, what I commit, he will honor. There's no conflict at all. And we have only one captain, and that's my brother. So whatever he says, we take orders and we keep moving.
I think that clarity is very important to know who is the captain.
Exactly. And you see his extension number is 111. So in case fire, you dial 100.
Correct.
In case you want to get fired, dial 111.
That's a great note to end this conversation. Thank you so much. But before we let you go, there is a ritual that we have at Inherited. So for whatever reason, let's say everything that you have built is something that, Faiz can't inherit, and let's say the only thing that he can inherit from you is a piece of paper with few words, a few, the message that you will give him. So what we are going to do is we are going to give you a pad where you'll have to write message that you want him to inherit, and this is the only thing that he can inherit from you.
I'm going to write it. This is all that he can inherit. There you go.
Yeah.
Would you like to see what I've written?
Yes. Oh, so sweet. Yeah, thank you so much. This has been such a wonderful conversation.